Hello and welcome back to this, our final episode of our second season. So before we get on to the big game of the day, let's just catch up with what happened in our last couple of games in the Premiership. So of course, in the last game, the last episode, we drew 2-2 to Newcastle courtesy of Kieran Clark's own goal that secured us within the top four for a Champions League finish. We still had some work to do though. We could still come second, third or fourth. So we needed to get some results out of our last games, and the next game was Leicester away, and we drew 1-1 away to them. So a couple of draws on the go wasn't looking good for us, and we had Arsenal at home, so all could still change. We could still end up fourth and have a harder route through to the Champions League, and we beat Arsenal 3-1. Oriel Romeu scored, Dembele and Matthijs de Ligt. The more frustrating thing about this game was that Jack Wilshere came on to set up two of the goals to finish the game for us. Played really, really well, got man of the match for a 20-minute performance. However, he has asked to leave. Me and him are not getting on. I promised to give him more game time. I did give him more game time, but it wasn't enough for him. He wants to be seen as a key player. He's only realistically going to be a rotational player in this team as we increase the quality of players coming in. He's on good wages for us. 55,000 for Jack Wilshere is pretty good, but I can't promise him the game time that he wants. So he has asked to be sold. I've got 85 days to sell him. Apparently, Man City are interested, and hey, he's worth 30 million. We got him for free, so if we sell him for between 30 and 40, we've made a ton of profit on him. And we can look to bring in someone of really, really high quality coming in. And we're not going to miss him that much. I mean, obviously in that position, we do have Arthur as our first choice. We've also got Højbjerg as well. So it's just a shame that he played so well in his final Premiership game for us. So that's left us second in the Premier League table. It's a really overall great performance from us. We could have won the league in the end had we not drawn those last two games, Newcastle and Leicester, but that's unfortunately how it happens sometimes. We will get a proper catch up on all the leagues across the major leagues in Europe, and of course the Championship, relegation, and who got promoted at the end of this episode. But first, we've got Chelsea in the FA Cup. We haven't scored against them once this year in 4 games, but the last time we played them at Wembley, we did beat them because it was the League Cup final last year. So, can we do it this year? Only time will tell, but I'll be seeing you at Wembley in just a second. It's FA Cup final time. The last time Southampton were here, it was 1976, and they won that 1-0 against Man United. Can we do the same against Chelsea? I don't know. We haven't scored against them all year. We've had 4 games against them. We haven't scored a single goal against them. So, it's going to be a tough match, and if you look at their team, it's really strong. They might be missing David Luiz and they might be missing Rafael Guerreiro, but this is not a team to be messed about with. Mandzukic, Hazard and Willian as their attacking 3. Fabregas and Van Ginkel in midfield, Azpilicueta on the left, Moses on the right, Rudiger, Jorge Mayer, Kurt Zouma and Courtois make up their back line. For us, it's one of our strongest teams available. It's Dolberg, Lozano and Kluivert. It's Odegaard. He's young, he's on loan, but he's performed a bit of a partnership in the last few games with Dolberg, so it's only right that he plays in this final. As Gaspar and Romeo make up our midfield 2, and Itter, De Ligt, Huit and Hysaj make up our back 4 with Rulli in goal. Apparently Rulli is wanted by Paris Saint-Germain, so we need to try and keep hold of him. But I also have another goalkeeper in my sights that I'll mention at the end of the episode when I talk about my plans for next year's transfers. We've left Oxlade-Chamberlain out. He's just being rested. Nothing more than that. And we kick off. And we're going to change this to an extended highlights because it is the FA Cup final. It's only right that we have an extended highlight. Odegaard with the corner. Out to Romeo. Kluivert to Lozano. And Lozano sticks it in. We haven't scored against them all season, and Lozano with a lovely place shot in the bottom corner. Out of nowhere, Odegaard to Romeo. That is lovely finish. We have taken Chelsea by surprise here. We have got a defensive mindset playing. Eden Hazard's picked up a knock. This is all going the right way at the moment. Eden Hazard's injured. Their main player, their best player, Eden Hazard, has been injured and he's gone off. Hysaj now with the ball to Odegaard. Now it's Dolberg. Dolberg gets tackled. Victor Moses will get it away. De Ligt only as far as Willian, but De Ligt will get it back. Delivers the ball downfield, to no one though, and Willian will get onto it. Into Mandzukic. Mandzukic to Rulli with the safe hands. So, Dolberg will head it. Not that far though, don't go as far as Pedro. Pedro will cross it in. And Mandzukic is there, and it's saved, tipped onto the post, then headed away. Rulli boots the ball downfield. Only gets as far as Kluivert. Kluivert now to Odegaard. Ascasabar to Lozano. To Odegaard. Back to Lozano. Back to Odegaard. That was really, really over. Odegaard had been watching some NFL at the weekend and clearly thought that was how you take a shot. Van Ginkel delivers the ball up the field to Mandzukic. Willian now on the ball. Takes on his man, will cross it in. Mandzukic is there and he heads it onto the top of the bar. Oh no, it's a save by Rulli. Very difficult sometimes to see from this angle. And the cross comes in. Fabregas will keep it in. Tackled by Lozano. Lozano was very quick to see that danger there. Fabregas swings the ball to Pedro. Pedro. Tackled by Hysaj. It's a good tackle. And again by Hysaj. It's a penalty. I don't know what from. But Fabregas is going to take this penalty. Oh, he puts it in. It's 1-1. I thought Hysaj made a great tackle there. But Michael Oliver, friend of Chelsea. Okay. Half time, it's 1-1. It's 1-1. Chelsea have scored from the penalty spot. We scored from a corner early on. We've been the better team. Doesn't work for them. Hervin Lozano's listening keenly though. Let's change this up now. Let's go to a control. Let's control this. We've had the possession. Ish. 52 to 48. We've had the possession though. So we need to try and attack them now. We need to take the game to them. Dolberg on the ball. Keeps control of it. Gives it out to Kluivert. And Kluivert gets tackled. It is going to be a free kick. Free kick obviously doesn't go to anything. And for a match on extended highlights, there's not been a lot of them. But Odegaard now on the ball. Itta to Lozano. Lozano to Odegaard. Itta though with the ball whips it in. Kluivert will keep it in. Back to Kluivert. Ah, and he can't deliver the cross. And Chelsea will get the ball away. Odegaard's had a couple of chances to be a hero. He hasn't taken them yet. Kluivert now loses the ball, but only as far as the Southampton players. And now it's Odegaard. Dolberg's in there and Dolberg scores. That's the partnership. Odegaard and Dolberg together are a great partnership. I'm going to be sad to lose that next year. I have asked Real Madrid if they consider selling him and they've said no. I'm going to be sad to lose Odegaard next year because he's been really, really good these last few matches. He's helped drive the team on. We're going to need to find an attacking midfielder that can bring that quality into the team. 70th minute. We are controlling the match still. I don't want to make too many changes. Maybe we take off Odegaard. He's on 70%. But Odegaard's got it now. to De Ligt. Romeo. Odegaard to Ascasabar. Ball out to Kluivert. Odegaard loses the ball. And now Marcus Alonso's got it. Fabregas. It's all Chelsea at the moment. They're passing it around really, really well. And Dries Mertens has got onto it. And Mandzukic heads it over the bar. Lozano. Ascaspar out to Itter. Itter drives forward to Dolberg, and Dolberg heads it straight at the keeper. Right. Just in case, what's his penalty taking? 12. Okay, that's not great. Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere to come on. He will say goodbye to the Southampton fans with an FA Cup final appearance. Mandzukic on the ball. To Dries Mertens. Dries Mertens 1-on-1 and really makes a fantastic save. That's why Paris Saint-Germain want him. Pedro knocks it in. Marcus Alonso, and it's straight at Rulli. Now we'll go defensive. Mertens to Mandzukic. And Marcus Alonso puts it wide. Let's drop Wilshere back in here. Take Lozano off. Ontiveros on. '86th minute. Now we've just got to hold it. Let's contain. Highly structured containing. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Michael Oliver has given us a penalty too. Dolberg to win us the FA Cup final. Scores! That's it. We've got one hand on the trophy. There is just a couple minutes left in this FA Cup final. Change the camera to TV. The last few minutes. Pedro delivers it. And Mertens puts it over the bar. Rulli will take this goal kick. Swings it down. Marcus Alonso. It's really, really fast. You can't keep your eyes on it. Pedro puts it over. Let's just show the rest of the match. It's the last 30 seconds. And we've taken it too slow. There we go. Medium speed. Here we go. Rulli delivers the ball upfield. I'm not quite sure this is a TV view. Hi Sajo. To Wilshere. Out to Ontiveros. Ontiveros will run at the Chelsea defence. To Dolberg. Oh, he can't find Dolberg with that pass. And now it's Wilshere. To Kluivert. Wilshere will deliver the ball out. It's a lovely pass, but it doesn't get there. It's all over. We've won the FA Cup final. We might not score in the league against Chelsea. We might not score against the Euro Cup, but you give us a final against Chelsea and we will beat them. This is the team. They are partying like it's 1976. That's the last time. That was 42, or in this game, 43 years ago, they won the FA Cup. They've done it again today. Congratulations, Southampton. Done well, and your performance was excellent. Cup glory, achievement unlocked. We have lifted the FA Cup. We've won the double. The League Cup and the FA Cup in our second season. We've paid out some bonuses. Jack Wilshere got a couple $100,000 for his last game. With a team where there's no one that could stand, we were among the favourites, lived up to that tag. I'm brilliant, so thoroughly delighted. Absolutely delighted. Today's a great moment for Southampton. Can we build on this? I think the squad is capable of going on becoming a real force. Irving's Lozano strikes give you an early lead there. The goal's perfect way to do that. James Rodriguez is the best player in Europe because I quite like him. 1.8 million. And the board are happy. Look at this. 90% happiness with that. So that is the FA Cup. We've won the FA Cup against Chelsea. The FA Cup champions. And we'll come back in a minute for an end of season review. So here we are, end of the season, and we're just going to quickly run through the awards, the changes to the financial side of the team, all the competition. So we'll have a look at all the leagues around the world, well, around Europe, the main leagues, and who's getting promoted from the Premiership, from the Championship, who's getting relegated from the Premiership, and then talk about our plans for transfers and stuff going into next season. So looking at this, Irving Lozano was our fans' player of the season, and you can see why. 16 goals and 13 assists in 50 overall appearances, only 42 starts. So he did really well, and considering that we signed him for 22 million, it's quite obvious why he's signing of the season. Absolutely brilliant buy. Gianluca Itta is the second player of the season. He's going from strength to strength at the moment. And Wesley Hoyt, who's performed really, really well this season. 7.19 average rating. And is also just a very strong player for us in defence. He's now worth 50 million. So they're the three that make up those players' season. Ascasabar got goal of the season. Now, this wasn't in one of our episodes. It was when we beat Liverpool 4-2. So we will view the goal quickly. And this is a lovely goal. So it's just loaded up. And Sturaro will take the corner, cross it out. And then Ascasabar volleys it from outside the area. Beautiful finish. Worthy of the first goal of the match. And we went on to win that match 4-2. Thanks to an Odegaard final goal for us, making it 4-2. Dolberg got Young Player of the Season. And again, we can see why. 26 goals in 29 games. Compare that to last season when he was less injured. 24 goals in 37 games. So Dolberg is definitely going to be our main man next year. But we'll probably look at trying to also increase the quality of the strikers that we've got in the team. So season review, we can see here, feel good story, defying expectation. Match of the season 5-2 against Watford. If we remember, Gabbiadini and Buffal scored the first couple of goals, and we went on to then win that 5-2. And a moment to forget, losing to Bournemouth 4-1. Average attendance 97% full, 31,694. Runners up and winners of both the domestic cups. It's been an awesome season. I mean, we were expected to get Euro Cup in a placing, and get to kind of the semi-finals of these competitions. So we've done really well to win that. Just having a quick look at the commercial summary. So because of our performance this year, our sponsorship's gone through the roof. Main kit sponsors gone up to 43 million. It was 6 million before. It's now 43 million. Our sponsorship 20 million a year, gone up from 17. And we can see this here. 44 million in prize money this year compared to 22 million last year. So overall, we've done really well there. Looking at our finances, 32 million in the black. We've got £50 million transfer budget, and our revenue's gone back up to 100%. So let's have a quick look at the other leagues. So Atletico Madrid won the Spanish league, 3 points ahead of Barcelona. That's got to be the first time they've won that in a long time. Barcelona, Real Madrid, and then Vigo top off at 4th. Juventus won Serie A yet again. Surprise story, Milan came 7th in that league. So maybe there's a few players there that we might be able to pick apart. Paris Saint-Germain easily won their league, 102 points. Lyon, their closest, 75. And Monaco performed really badly, only 6-7. Looking at the Premiership, obviously Man United won it, we came second. Chelsea and Man City are the other Champions League qualifiers. Arsenal will be in the Euro Cup, and potentially so will West Ham. as we scroll down, Huddersfield, Leeds and Burnley. It was a really bad year for Yorkshire. Burnley, Huddersfield and Leeds all been relegated to the Championship. QPR won the playoff final against Sunderland 3-2, so they will join Everton. If we have a quick look, Everton, who won the title, and Swansea came second. So Everton and Swansea are back in it, and QPR have been promoted as well, so they're back in the Premiership. Portsmouth, their year in the Championship only lasted a year. They got relegated back down to League One. MK Dons and Burton will join them. So that's it from the season. Just looking at the squad, just a quick look at what kind of players we might look at bringing in. So if we look at some of our worst players, I think, as I've said before, Dembele and Coman are I'm probably going to look at cashing in on them and bringing in a better striker to back up Dolberg, someone with a bit more wow factor maybe. So if Dolberg is injured, we're not scrabbling around for goals. Cahill, he's only got a year left on his deal. Unless we get in a big offer for him, we'll probably just keep him on because he's a good player to play in the FA Cup games. He's a good player for the youngsters in the team. Will Mannion is improving, but not massively, so we may look at getting another goalkeeper. I have looked at potentially maybe trying to get Donnarumma, depending on the amount of money that we can spend, but it's not my first point of call, so I'll only get Donnarumma if there's money left after transfers. Bertrand we may let go and bring in a left back who's a bit younger and a bit cheaper. We'll keep Højbjerg. Chamberlain's loan will end. I'll make an offer of 10 million because we have that in the agreement. So if we go here, 10 million for future fee, but it all depends on what his salary expectations are. What I don't want to do is spend 80-90 grand a week for him because he's only going to be a squad player. So if we can get him for less than 50 grand a week, then I'll definitely look at bringing him in. Otherwise he can go back. Odegaard, we've asked Real Madrid, they're not interested in selling him, so we do need an attacking midfield. Obviously, as from the last games, that position has now become key for us. So a couple of players that we're going to look at is Oliver from Porto. So for those that don't know Oliver, here he is. He's pretty good. He's quite similar to Odegaard. He's got that vision and technical ability on the ball. Another player that I would love to get, and only because he's not been registered by Real Madrid in this season to play. He's only played 9 games. Marco Asensio would be a great buy, but he's at high value, so it would cost us a lot of money to get him. So we might look at some other players for the attacking midfield position. I also want to look at trying to get a defender in. The obvious choice would be somebody like Upamecano, but he's going to cost about 67 million, which is a lot of money. So somebody like him, somebody that's physical, that's good in the air maybe, that can play when Hoyt or De Ligt. We've got a long season next year, especially Champions League. We just need to bring that quality in. We'll also need a right winger because Justin Kluivert, although Justin Kluivert is a good right winger for us, obviously if we let Chamberlain go, we'll need to bring somebody else in that can play on that side. So the main places we're going to look at getting. So attacking midfield centre is our point of call number 1. Centre back, left back, right winger, goalkeeper. We'll make a few. We will sell a couple of these players and hopefully get some money in. But we've also got 50 million in the bank, so we'll see how we get on with that. But that's been this season. It's been a great season. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have, and we'll be back on Monday to start the new season. So we've got a lot of work to do today to get that sorted. If you've liked this episode, please like. If you like the series so far, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments if there's any other players that you think we should be looking at to improve this team. And we'll be back tomorrow for the first episode of the new season. Until then, see you later.